Hello everyone. I'm going to start off with, if you celebrate Christmas, Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. I'm going to use a clip from a Meet Kevin recording. I'm going to share a couple of tidbits with you. I'm giving him a shout out because I feel he's better than the news. He's creating his own news channel. This guy is so ahead of his time and he's so good at what he does. And he loves it. I mean, he actually loves breaking it down. He's very good at it. This guy's only, I think he's 28 or 29 years old. This guy's off the charts. Anyway, I wanted to give him a shout out because I'm using a few clips from his videos. Today I watched them. I'm just going to play a couple of clips, short ones. I really can't stomach their planned analogies. And they made it very clear that they're not capable of coming to a decision, and there's no such thing as a mandatory date of approving a bill, because it's not true, because they just keep getting away with it. I'm just going to play a few clips for you before I head out and enjoy my holiday weekend. Check this out. I just couldn't tell me this was so planned. I just don't agree.
So far, we've heard a summary. Obviously, Republicans have rejected the
Meet Kevin's
$2,000
great.
unanimous consent amendment.
An incredible leader of trying to get something done over the last few months. It is Christmas Eve, but it is not a silent night. All is not calm. For too many, nothing is bright. And for too many, they are not sleeping peacefully.
I mean, how much more planned can you get? You think she practiced that? Of course she did. Ugh. Now here's something else I want to share with you. Just listen up.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Well, that was easy.
And lastly, someone who knows not only the pain of people who are losing their lives and getting sick and can't give gifts to their children, put food on their table. Someone who knows firsthand the economic consequences of the failure to act. Don Beyer, the chairman of the Joint Economic Committee.
Thank you, Majority Leader Hoyer, for all of your leadership.
Listen carefully.
It's Christmas Eve, but it is not a wonderful life. This should be a time of healing, of family, of celebrating all that we have here in the richest country in the history of mankind.
The richest country in the history of mankind.
But our Census Bureau, with its household pulse survey, just reported that 27 million adults, that's 13% of the country, reported that their households sometimes or often didn't have enough to eat in the last 7 days. And if you include households with children, that number jumps to 17%. So 1 in 6 American families are going hungry. How do we sleep at night in a 21st century grapes of wrath when so many Americans don't have food for Christmas? Interest rates are near zero. There's little or no inflationary pressure. We have the strongest currency in the world.
Strongest currency in the world. That's not true. That's given people a false sense of financial security, because that's not true. This is a country who's way beyond in debt, in the trillions, I believe, and they're telling the people that, we have the strongest currency in the world. That's a lie. If you're paying attention to what's going on, that's a lie. Because the more money they print, that means forced inflation will come down the line. And not years from now. It's already starting. It's coming down. It's unfolding very slowly. And it's going to linger on for years. Years.
And if you include households with children, that number jumps to 17%. So 1 in 6 American families are going hungry. How do we sleep at night in a 21st century grapes of wrath when so many Americans don't have food for Christmas? Interest rates are near zero. There's little or no inflationary pressure. We have the strongest currency in the world.
Again, I had to play it again so you really hear what this man's saying. What's he, out of his mind? I know I'm not the best speaker, or I don't hold a high title. But when you really pay attention and you're living it and you are an average everyday person, you're considered one of the little people. You have to laugh at this when you're really paying attention and get more worried about what they're telling you on stage, because I don't believe it to be true. You know, they're putting on a good show. How can they not be forced to all make a decision on this? Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. No, we can't decide if we're going to send you 600 or 2,000. Well, with the money being sent to foreign nations, I feel the least they can do is send the little people $2,000 tax-free. It's the least they can do at this point. It's almost a year when you look at it that way. In a few months, it'll be a year that this all started. And they're having a hard time deciding. I happen to support Trump, whether you voted for him or not. He doesn't want that money to go to foreign nations. He wants more money to go to the American people. Rightfully so. Especially after what the people were forced to endure in the past 9 months. It's ridiculous.
You tried to do what he wanted. The Republicans don't want it. They ask for something, you don't get it. It's like,
Listen up.
I mean, honestly, like, you follow Mike, but where do you go from here that doesn't shut down the government? I know you say you don't want to shut it down, but like...
Understand, today is what we call a pro forma session. At a pro forma session, nothing can be done of legislative substance unless it is by unanimous consent. So the only thing we could do today was ask for unanimous consent. That will not apply this coming Monday.
He's saying it has to be a unanimous consent. But nobody's forcing them to follow through. There's no repercussions if they don't do their job. They just keep kicking it down the road, kicking the can down the road. Again, it's a week away from New Year's. And they still haven't signed an agreement. They're not being forced to do their job. There's no punishment for not doing your job. Now, I just want you to listen to this for a moment.
A wonderful holiday.
This guy really knows what he's talking about, me, Kevin.
After a long
You can tell he enjoys watching it.
Here we are.
It's always funny to sometimes listen to see what they say here at the last minute.
He loves it.
Okay, so what did we just get? Well, here's what we got. So let's do a quick little recap here. So Democrats just brought up their unanimous consent amendment to get $2,000 stimulus checks passed immediately, but that failed.
It failed. They are incapable.
Republicans then requested unanimous consent to demand a renegotiated foreign aid spending package. Both of these measures failed.
Again, they all failed. Again, they failed the American people. Again, and again, and again. Come on,
The House
guys.
was then adjourned until Monday, which is when the House will then again try to pass $2,000 stimulus checks. The members of the House are urged, and Congress are urged to keep a flexible schedule.
Well, they're going to be told that you have to come to an agreement, and they're probably going to get away with not doing it again. Okay. I speak about cryptocurrency. I only own a few cryptocurrencies. I own a little bit of Algorand I speak very highly of XRP because I believe in it, and Stellar Lumens. I also invest in blockchain companies through Fidelity. And I bought more. For the past 2 weeks, I've been buying more. I've been selling off old stocks I don't want, that I feel are dying. So I took a little bit of a loss because it's a good write-off at tax time. And I reinvested a lot of that money. If you want to learn about the stocks that I'm buying into, you can visit MyIncomeJob.com, go to the sidebar, and click on Inside a Stock Market if you want to learn more. I share how many shares I have because I keep increasing the shares that I have in the stock market. I don't put all my investing into crypto. I just happen to have my hand in a few of them. Now, RippleNet, I speak about it. And I want you to know, I happen to feel this is a part of the reason why the United States dollar is losing so much value. It's because what's around the corner that they don't want you to know. But they'll continue to tell you that it's the strongest currency in the world. And I don't believe that at all. I don't feel they got our back at all. They don't care. RippleNet makes it easy to enable faster, lower cost payments around the world. Provide instant payments so money arrives when your customers need it. Discover how today. Then it says reliable payment delivery. Payment in seconds. And that's exactly what it is. RippleNet offers connections to hundreds of financial institutions around the world via a single API and makes moving money faster, cheaper, and more reliable for you and your customer or your friend or your family. It's saving you a lot of money to move money around, to make payments. Doesn't have to be global, it could be anywhere. So the XRP is a digital asset built for payments. It is the native digital asset of the XRP ledger, which is an open source, permissionless, and decentralized blockchain technology that can settle transactions in about 3 to 5 seconds. That is true. Keywords: permissionless, decentralized blockchain technology. And the last one, I know I really promote XRP. I just happen to feel that if XRP becomes the streamlined global payment system, the bridge of all global transactions, what do you think XRP is going to turn into? It's going to be an incredible opportunity if you invested in it. I mean, I feel it's worth the gamble. But I also feel XLM is the same thing. XLM is a native cryptocurrency for Stellar, an open source blockchain payment system. The purpose of Stellar is to connect financial institutions via the blockchain and provide cheap transactions in developing markets. It's a chance of a lifetime, in my opinion. And I feel that's a huge reason why the dollar is declining in value. It's because of what's going on. I feel there's so much behind the scenes that they don't want the people to know, but they'll stand on stage and tell you that the United States currency is the strongest currency in the world. How can they say that? It's just unbelievable how they're lying right to your face. Oh, and they might as well say, F you, happy holidays. Maybe we'll make a decision. Maybe we'll come to a decision on Monday. If we feel like sending you money. I feel this is all being held back for more reasons than meets the eye. And I feel really sorry for the little person. It has affected so many people, but it really hurt more people than others, and it is widening the gap from rich to poor and ridding the middle class. That's what's going down right now. That's what I feel. I'll say it one more time. If you celebrate Christmas, I hope you have a wonderful Christmas weekend. I hope you're lucky enough to enjoy it with some family and friends and have a great time. I'll see you in the next video clip. Check out Meet Kevin. You learn a lot by him. This guy's ahead of his time. He's a great YouTube creator, but he should give the news of the world. He really should. He'd be amazing at it. He loves it. He loves breaking it down, and he understands it. And he helps someone like me understand it more than I did before. Have a good one, folks. Happy holidays. Bye.